Silver, everything's off for that kingdom. Please go under the silver handrails and stand out. Leave it up against my door. Thank you. Oh, wow. Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's what you're planning for that. Yeah. Sorry, I realised I stole that. I put my bag in.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Fire Medic Adventure 17 from the Magic Kingdom. It is time for another installment of Rope Drop Ridiculousness. I believe this is number 5. We are here to rope drop, as a request, the teacups. Yes, we are rope dropping the teacups. You're all in for a treat. The other thing we're rope dropping this morning, and I'm going to show you how awful the pin trading has become now. We're going to do 2 things today. 1, rope drop the teacups. 2, I'm going to show you the ridiculousness that has become pin trading now. So, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see what I see. Welcome to Magic Kingdom. As always, boost asses time. Welcome. When we show up here on Saturday morning, there's going to be a big old Christmas tree right here. There. Man, we hit it right at rope drop too. Slowly and carefully in Disney speak is push and shove your way to wherever you're going and knock anybody out of the way that is necessary. That's how that's translated. So as I mentioned before, pin trading is a thing that's been a long time here. It's the 25th anniversary year this year. But in recent times, because of resellers, personal shoppers, everybody's selling these things on eBay for a small fortune, it's turning into a fiasco. So today is one of the, I think, dining pin release days. So we'll just see where the line is at here. So as we move into Frontierland, I do see a giant mass of people. Remember, to buy these pins here, you got to pay admission to get in here. Whether it be an annual pass or a ticket. Oh yeah, here we go. This is the Frontier Trading Post. This is the pin shop. And here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. This is pin trading now. This is almost every Tuesday. This is what it's turned into. This is to get that special dining pin today. There you have it, folks. That's pin trading now. We'll walk past them again because we got to get back to Fantasyland for our teacup ride. Unbelievable. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy Disney pins. I love them. I love collecting them. They got some pretty cool designs. I've got a couple shadow boxes with some really neat collector's editions, but a couple years ago I never waited in lines like that to get those, ever. We have made it! The teacups! The Mad Tea Party. Official time. 9:09. Rope drop was at 9 a.m. These are the activated statues with your magic band. Oh my goodness, 10 minutes. We've been slacking. No, that's not sure what's going on. Somebody's trolling the time meter. All right. Next to ride. Look at how big this queue gets. During Christmas, this will be completely full. And for those of you that don't like to spin, I'm going to show you how to ride this and not spin. Well, you're going to spin some, but I'm going to show you how to enjoy it and not make yourself ill.
Stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside while your
Let's
teacup
take
is
this
spinning.
one right here.
And please do watch your children. To spin your teacup, just turn the silver
All
wheel
right.
to the right.
Oh my goodness. A little tight fit here. It's all good. All right, I'm going to show you how to ride this and not spin it, all right? Like I said, you're going to spin a little bit because the main turntable spins. But the way this ride works is you have the main turntable that goes around, then each teacup sit on a smaller turntable that spins, and then if you want to, you can spin your own teacup. So that's 3 different circles. But if you do it right, you can keep it pretty straight. And then all of these spotlights up in the ceiling, you can see up here too. They use those for special effects during the Halloween, and I think they do it for Christmas. I'm not sure. They used to. And what's really interesting about our version here at Disney World compared to Disneyland's is Disneyland's teacups are outside. There's no roof over them. And that's how this one started out too. But because of the Florida weather, they put a roof over it so they could run it in all kinds of weather. All right, here we go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of hold the wheel almost straight. Like you're gonna feel a pull. Just kind of hang onto the wheel a little bit, and you notice we haven't moved yet. We're still going straight. You got to fight the resistance a little bit. You can see how straight we're staying. You just got to hang on, and which way the wheel goes, just hold it straight. Now, or you can have some fun. You can actually let it spin a little bit like this, but then hold on to it. And when you come to the outside of the circle like this, give it a big old whip. And you'll catch it all the way around. Kind of like the tilt-a-whirl. We'll hold it straight again. We'll do 2 rides on this. This one we're gonna just kind of go nice and easy. And the next one we'll whip it around. If you hold it straight, it rides like a scrambler. Everybody ever ride the scrambler?
Please remain seated until your teacup comes to a stop, then walk to the nearest exit.
All right, let's do it again. I remember the first time when I saw the one at Disneyland, it threw me for a loop a little bit because their teacups just sit out in the open. And the way they do theirs is they have these lanterns like are in the trees here, but they have them strung across the top of the ride. It's really neat. 5 minutes. Let's do it again. Or as one of my good friends used to say, let's have one more again. So since we're off the ride here, I can show you how this thing works a little bit better. You see how you have the main turntable, and then you have the circle that the teacups are on, so that spins, and then your own individual teacup can spin as well. So as I mentioned earlier, that's 3 different circles. If you handle it like I did that first ride, where you kind of fight the resistance of that steering wheel in the middle, you can hold it pretty straight, and then it rides like a giant scrambler. Oh, there's the brakes. All right, we're gonna go yellow this time. All right, so this time we're going to spin it. So how we're going to do this is we're going to kind of load up the energy, if you will. I'll explain. You're going to feel I mean, you won't, I will. You feel the resistance here, and then when you hit the outside of these corners, you give it a quick spin real fast, and you use the outer corner to your advantage, and it slingshots you around. Watch this. All right. So we're gonna let us get up some energy here. You see how we're at the outside? Now we take this and we flip it around real quick. And then we go back. There we go. It's like a tilt-a-whirl when you do it this way. There we go. And what's nice is you can kind of go both directions. Are you ready? Here we No, I didn't get that one. There, this one will do it. There we go. All right, I think we got one more in us here. Ready? No, I missed it. There we go. There we go. You can. Oh man, it's over already.
Please remain seated until your teacup comes to a stop.
That's fun.
The nearest exit. Bye-bye.
That was fun. All right, we're gonna do one more ride. One more ride. This time, I'm gonna do my best to not touch the wheel, and we'll see what happens. All right, ride number 3. Let's do this. All right, like I said, this time we're gonna ride it. I'm not gonna touch the center wheel. We'll see how it works. I kind of prefer that. That looks like a lot more fun. You might get more of your money's worth riding that way. Just kidding. Somebody be like, are you serious? You serious, Clark? So the Mad Hatter's actually riding this one. That's a really neat thing sometimes on these mornings where there's lower crowds, like the Halloween and Christmas party mornings. Sometimes these characters, especially in Fantasyland, will come out and ride the rides with the guests. All right, let's go with the Minnesota Vikings colors this time. Wow, the Vikings is definitely a little bit more dark purple, but the way they've been playing it, pinkish purple sounds about fitting.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga sus manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro de la taza. Y por favor, cuide a sus pequeñitos. Chao.
Remember, we're not touching this. No hands. Actually a lot of fun. That was a good experiment. We'll talk about it in a minute. So So that was a lot of fun, actually. Riding the teacups without touching the center wheel at all, just basically letting the ride do the work. It rides like a scrambler ride. Anybody that's ever ridden the scrambler, you know, like you find it county fairs or even at some you know, regional amusement parks and that. Holiday World in Indiana Beach in Indiana, both those parks have the scrambler rides. I believe they're at Cedar Point, Kings Island, all those too. Basically it rides just like that. The only difference is when you get to the outside, the momentum gives you about a half a twirl, and then you come shooting across the other side, do another half a spin, and repeat, repeat, repeat. It actually worked out really well. So if you want to ride the teacups and not spin yourself sick, or you have a hard time with riding things that go round and round, if you can tolerate going around in a giant circle slow, it's slow. I mean, it's not ultra fast, it's slower. And then either A, grab the wheel like I did the first time and just kind of hold some resistance against it, and you'll keep that teacup straight, so you'll be facing one direction for the most part. Or if you just let it go and don't touch it, you'll ride the ride like it's a slower moving scrambler ride. That was a successful experiment. Because you always hear people ask that have never been here, and they're like, I don't do so great riding spinny rides, but do you think I could do the teacups? I think for the most part, pretty much anybody could do the teacups. You know, if you have severe vertigo or any type of spinning at all makes you really sick, nauseous, dizzy, then, you know, don't tempt fate doing this. But if you can do just a little bit, I mean a little bit, you're gonna be all right. You'll be able to enjoy this over and over and over again. And the key is just either hold some resistance to that center wheel and you'll keep the teacup straight, or let it go and you'll ride it like a teacup scrambler ride. Or if you want to have some fun and kind of wind up the energy in that center wheel, and when your teacup comes to the outside of the circle, give that center wheel a big old spin, and the energy will carry you around, and it'll give you a big flip around. Well, since we're here, let's go see how our pin trading friends are doing, shall we? Here we are back at the Frontierland Trading Post, or the pin shop. We played on the teacups for a total of about 40 minutes, so it's about 9:45. And yeah, they're still in line. Yeah, there's people with laptops right there. That's such horse shit, man. Let's see if I can't get into this pin store without being in this stupid line. Everybody's got phones out, computers, whatnot. 95% of these pins bought today are going to be on eBay before they leave Magic Kingdom. This is pin trading now. Here's a quick construction update. The entirety of Rivers of America is now completely barricaded. This is going to be the view for the next 3 to 5 years right here. It's not like Magic Kingdom and hearing construction equipment. That sounds fantastic. Wow. I still think this is one of the biggest mistakes that they've ever made. Yeah, right there. Let me zoom in a little bit. You can see the top of the backhoe moving dirt around. There it is, right there. The magical backhoe. Walt Disney World's construction land. So I went and asked the really nice security cast members over there if there was a way you could just walk into the pin shop to look at other pins that weren't the Disney dining pin or whatever else they're releasing today, and they said no. The only way in this pin shop right now is this insanely long line. Yeah, there's another one. Got a freaking laptop on. She even got strapped to herself. I'm sorry, folks, I don't mean to be mean or anything, but this is stupid what this is turning into. A neat little fact here, the water pouring out of this downspout here that's pouring out onto the concrete, that is from the sprinkler systems on top of the roof that activate right after the rooftop fireworks go off. So if you ever see water all over the floor, at various places in Fantasyland, it's from the sprinkler systems on top of the roof. And Mickey's Friendship Fair stage show just got done. And so now they're soaking the roof for, I think it's like 5 or 10 minutes. And then the same thing happens again after the Happily Ever After fireworks as well, or whatever fireworks they're doing. Well, the line's finally dwindling down. So I went up and asked one of the really nice cast members up there that are holding the pins, the displays of what's available. And there's only, of that picture I showed you, there's only 4 pins left. And apparently there was a Fantasia Mickey pin sold out pretty much instantly. And the Disney dining pin, the Boma pin, sold out as well. So there you go. That's pin trading now. What really sucks is families that are here on vacation, maybe they really like Disney pin trading, and they just happen to look and they say to each other, oh look, we're going to be at Magic Kingdom on the last Tuesday of the month, or we're going to be at Disney World. Oh look, that Boma pin's going to be coming out. Maybe they really like Boma. Maybe they'd like somebody to commemorate them having dinner at Boma. And so they're like, let's go get the Boma pin. And they show up, and the park's barely been open 2 hours, completely sold out. All of them are on eBay. The thing is it's so hard to get in front of it, and it's a problem that, in my opinion, could have been dealt with a long time ago, but it was just allowed to kind of get way out of hand. And like I said, 95% of the people in that line have no interest in even keeping that pin or those pins. They're on eBay already or on various other resale sites, and that sucks because it really takes the true fans out of the equation. Like you saw there, as I ran the camera by the crowd, there's people standing there in line with freaking laptops attached to themselves. I mean, what are we doing here? They have no intention on keeping those pins. The only way this stops is people are going to have to exercise some control and quit buying those things on eBay. That's the only way it stops. As I've said in one of my other videos, there's a term called icing. When you got something going on you don't like, you ice them out. And the only way you get rid of this pin trading insanity is you got to ice out the resellers. It's the only way. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Rope Drop Ridiculousness 5. The Mad Hatter Tea Party, also known as the Teacups, and Pin Trading Ridiculousness Tuesdays. So for now, we'll be leaving Magic Kingdom and on to the next project. I've got 2 projects to get done today before I work tonight, so on to the next one. And in order to work on this next project, I have to go find the bus loop. So, this vlog, Rope Drop Ridiculousness 5, is over. Fire Medic Adventures out. See you on the next one real soon.